Hello everyone, I am Kavya SN, studying at Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, section MBA first sem. Subject Management and Organizational Behavior. Subject code MBA 101. Topic Steps in controlling process and types of controlling. Meaning of controlling. Controlling is a management function that involves monitoring, evaluating, and regulating organizational activities to ensure that they align with the establishment goals, standards, and plans. It is a process that helps identify the deviations from expected performance and implement corrective actions when necessary. Process of controlling. Now let me discuss. Step 1, establishment of standards. Step 2, measuring of an actual performance. Step 3, comparison of actual performance with an standard performance. Step 4, corrective action if necessary. And last is feedback. Establishment of clear standards. Standards are the criteria against which actual performance would be measured. Those standards serve as benchmarks towards which an organization strives to work. An organization should clear define its standards to the employees and must establish attainable, understandable, and realistic standards to be achieved. Measuring of an actual performance. Once the organization has established the standards, the second step of the process of controlling is to measure the actual performance in a reliable and objective manner. The actual performance of an organization can be measured through different techniques such as sample checking, personal observation, etc., and should be measured in the same units in which the standards are fixed to make the comparison easily. Measuring an actual performance with in this point, measuring of an actual performance with a standard performance. Comparing actual performance with standards. Once the standards are established and the actual performance is measured, it has to be compared with the original standards. It may result in either meeting the standards or deviating from the standards. If the original standards are met, the organization can plan for either standards. But if the manager has observed deviations, corrective actions has to be taken. Minor deviations could be tolerated, but the management has to view the major deviations seriously. Comparing of an actual performance with standards. Here we compare the actual performance with the standard performance. It may result either meeting the standards or deviating from the standards. Corrective actions. This the last step in the controlling process is to take an corrective action so that deviations may not repeat and targeted objectives of the organizations are met. This will involve taking a certain decisions by the management like replanning or redriving of goals or standards, reassignment or classification of duties. It may also require improving the process of selecting and training of the workers. These control the functions may necessitate change in taking all other managerial functions. In the corrective action, last step it is a last step in controlling process. If the corrective action is taken, next the deviations will not be occurred on the next time. Any of the deviations doesn't occur if they take and corrective action at the right time at right place. Feedback. Feedback is an element in the controlling process. The manager who is in charge of control will receive a lot of information and feedback on the actual performance in comparison with the planned standards. A positive feedback sends a positive results and achievement of a performance standards. A negative feedback, however, compels the managers to take the corrective action so that the motivates or the subordinates towards performing and standards. Feedback. Taking feedback from the others. Taking feedback, it helps in positively and negatively. If there is a positive feedback, the achievement of the performing of a stand achieving the performance of standards, there is a negative feedbacks need to take and corrective actions which motivates the subordinates towards performance and standards. Now let me discuss about types of controlling. There are three types of controlling: input, process, output. In input, feed forward control, concurrent control, feedback control. Feed forward control anticipates problem. Concurrent control corrects problems as they happen, corrects problems after they occur. Feedback. Feed forward control. Feed forward controls involves identifying and preventing the problems in the organization before they occur. Feed forward controls are proactive and preventative. Feed forward controls are helpful to managers because they allow a manager to plan work effectively. They can regulate the resources like employees, raw materials, and capital ahead of time. This means the future problems can be avoided by doing the plan before the problem occurs. It helps to the organization to achieve their goal efficiently without any errors or without any problems may not occur in future. Concurrent control. Concurrent control involves identifying and preventing the problems in an organization as they occurred. This means that systems are monitored in real time. Concurrent controls begins with the standards and all employees' activity is measured against the standards. Usually this includes quality control standards. This means that products and services can be checked as they are being produced. Our performance to be sure that the highest quality products or services is being produced or provided. Concurrent controls are important because they occur in real time. Feedback control. Many systems control themselves through information feedback, which shows deviations from standards and initiates changes. In other words, systems use some of their energy to feedback information that compares the performance with the standard and initiates the corrective action. Controls takes place after the activity is done or problem occurs. Thank you.